taking on the Denver Broncos. And off we go from Denver. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Looking to pass. First play is Prescott. Left side to Lamb. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 19 yards right off the bat. And a quick first down. Prescott now from the 50. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A good-looking drive for the Cowboys so far. It's a first down. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Looking to throw. Prescott trying to set up a screen for Blue. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
And good yardage there on first down, because sometimes all you need to do on the screen is get one key block. That might set your man free, and that was pretty good pursuit to the football defensively, or it could have gone for more.
On the out route, it's Lamb with the grab. And Lamb going to have a Cowboys first down as he'll take this down to the 22-yard line. Well, they clearly wanted to come out, Charles, and be aggressive throwing the football, and they've been pretty efficient along with that aggressiveness. He's now 4 of 4 on this opening drive.
Yeah, and that's led to a fresh set of downs. I like what he's doing back there. You can tell he's at ease. He feels good about what he's doing. I think if I'm the play caller, I'm reading that. I'm continuing to let him throw the football.
It's 2nd and 8.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So after the penalty, here's 2nd and 3. Prescott now. A quick throw there is incomplete.
They tried to make something happen, but that one came up incomplete and really wasn't a good-looking throw.
Yeah, maybe even go as far as to call that a little ill-advised.
Yeah, I would say so. I think that's the right phrase for it. Definitely ill-advised. Just wonder about his mechanics right now, you know, and that's the tough part. You do so much stuff in practice to make it repetitive, but it has to repeat under pressure, whether it's pressure from the defense or just the pressure of playing the game.
Throw right side, complete to Williams. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Javonte Williams from 10 yards out. And the Cowboys get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Prescott, they're going to throw for it. That's caught at the 1. And he will get in to make it 8-0. So what do you make of that? You go on the road, you score the opening drive touchdown, opt to go for 2, and all of a sudden they're up 8-0.
Yeah, this wasn't a decision that they made right here and right now. They made this decision during the week. Hey, if we get the ball and score right away, let's show them that we feel like we're superior. Go for 2 and really put the pressure on them.
And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together. Off the play fake, here's Nix. Now he's going to step up and run. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down.
This early in the game, it's all about making steady progress downfield, hoping to lead to early points. And you can do it with your actual play calls or sometimes something a little more improvised, as we just saw there.
Dobbins running out of the gun. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
It's a gain of a yard. And the Broncos first down.
Hey, Sean, let's go.
1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
They'll go play action with Nix. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. It'll only be a loss of a couple, but the pressure gets home on 1st down.
Behind the line of
Well,
scrimmage.
it certainly took too long to set up play action, and that gave the pass rush time to get home for his first sack of the game. For their sake, they may start to think about the quick game and leave play action alone for a little while.
Bombers.
Now it's Nix. Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. 1 quarter down, 8-0 the score.
Jeremy Crawshaw.
On 4th down, Jeremy Crawshaw on to punt. Cavante Turpin deep for the Cowboys. This is taken around the 12. They'll call that a punt of 59 yards. Tough to do better than that. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They have to be thrilled with that first drive that got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up the score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents. One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only are the DBs going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they got a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily fell incomplete. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Prescott from the gun on 3rd. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. This is taken at about the 14. They'll be hard-pressed to match that one. That a 65-yard punt. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. The last series for them, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. And that time the tackle by Malik Hooker. They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24.
Oh, my son. Motion. Chill.
To throw, here's Nix. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 27 yards there, a 1st down.
Hey, we're going.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or a man coverage, the drag route can be effective when it's run well.
To throw is Nix. Now a run here, and he is going to be taken down. They got him. As that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter.
Bombers.
Nix to the air. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up third down.
Captain. Hold on a sec. Joe. Ready. 180.
Operating from the gun. Nix. A throw left side, reeled in by the rookie wideout. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 36. A real letdown defensively. That was third and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. On play action, here's Nix. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
Broncos first down.
Hold on a sec.
First and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Throwing Nix. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
So it looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31.
A 7-yard ball.
The former third overall pick, Quinnen Williams, there to bring him down. 9th play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile.
Olay. Bombers.
Back to throw. Nix. He'll try and do this himself. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. He got out of the pocket there, was wondering what he was going to do with it, but I think he was calling, his receiver was calling for the ball, wasn't he?
He certainly was. The problem, he called for it too late, and when he delivered, they were all over him in the secondary and came up with the interception.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that could change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
That's good for a Cowboys first down. A gain of 42 yards on the play.
So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10. Now a shotgun handoff. Blue. Give him maybe a yard. Quite the opposite from the previous big gainer. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now. As it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. Throwing. Prescott. He'll swing this out to Blue. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds.
A gain of 7 yards.
And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
Here's Prescott. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half on as the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. This will be from 56 yards out. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. And that will extend their lead even further. It'll be the Broncos getting the football first in this second half as they trail, and we are back underway. And you combine a big leg with a mile-high air, there's the outcome. This will sail out of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start calling back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
Off play action. Nix. That is caught by Bryant. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Motion. Olay. We got that cheat code offense.
Off the play fake. Nix. Got a man here, it's Bryant. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
At the 16-yard line.
Off play action. Nix. And he slides to a halt inside the 10. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well, what we call those broken plays?
Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by DeMarvion Overshown. And they will finally run him down, but not until he brings this one all the way back down inside the 10-yard line. Suddenly, it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. They'll try and run. This is Williams. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
Well, these are the situations that come up in practice and are talked about all the time. This is as tough as it gets for a defense. They've got to defend a very short field after that turnover. They're not home yet, but a really nice job there pushing them backwards on 1st and goal.
Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
Yeah, offenses always try to be smart about when they're trying to dial up a screen to the running back because they understand you can only go to the well so many times in a game without the defense starting to anticipate the call.
And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down, 3 yards in the wrong direction.
Brandon Aubrey on for the Cowboys field goal. A 31-yard attempt.
And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So golden field position there squandered as they can muster only a field goal.
Yeah, you were gifted a 1st and goal situation, but I have to give credit to the defense. They were brought out in a really tough situation, so give them credit for holding them to 3. That's a pretty nice accomplishment.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. And that one incomplete. They try to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running down, but to no avail as time will expire on this 3rd quarter of play. Welcome back now to Denver. It's the Broncos trailing, but they do have possession of the football as we begin quarter number 4.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Looking to throw. Nix. Wide open receiver complete. And finally he's taken down at the 18. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. That is caught inside the 5. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. An 18-yard touchdown grab.
And the Broncos are finally on the board here in the 4th quarter.
Will Lutz on for the point after. And that one makes it 14-7.
Makes the score Cowboys 14, Broncos 7.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. That last touchdown has made this really tight. They're clinging now to this slim lead. Second half, they only have a field goal. This offense needs to kick it into gear.
And right now, I'm looking directly at the field general, at the quarterback, because to me, he's got to take over right now. By word, pumping his team up, and then, of course, by deed with his play. My high school coach used to say that all the time. Laddie, take over by word and deed.
And deed means action.
Exactly.
Now Prescott. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
Picked up by Talanoa Hufanga. And the Broncos are right back in this football game.
A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter. Turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead over at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
11 yards for number 11.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10.
Ready? Bombers, bombers, bombers. Captain, 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 captain.
Off the play fake. Nix.
On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he will find his man Sutton. That's complete.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
Off play action. Nix. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. And quickly, we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively.
1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
They'll look to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver.
Pat Bryant from 4 yards out. And the Broncos are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. Well, the hard part's done. Now they just need to split the posts, tie it up, but then their defense is going to have to hold up to send it to overtime.
Yeah, no matter what. I know there's an inclination in it when you have momentum to go for two here, but if you miss it, you don't give your defense a chance at all.
Plus, it's been a good game. I want to see overtime. I'm selfish.
You obviously don't have a flight to catch.
Tomorrow. The extra point, a vital one, and he gets it to go. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter. So this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the fourth as the kick's away.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Here's first and 10. Now Prescott. He's got Pickens. Complete.
Not in a position where they absolutely have to rush right now, but they definitely have to pick up the tempo a bit.
Now Dak. Now he's going to step up and run. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. That one checks all the boxes, doesn't it? You get the first down, check. Get out of bounds, stop the clock, check.
Well, how about one last check? Keep your quarterback from getting hit. That's a big check.
Yeah, check there as well. Good call. Oh, look at this. It's intercepted. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And the Broncos are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line. Well, we say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in a tie ball game in the fourth quarter.
And Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes, and that was one of our mantras back at Tennessee. Coach Mears used to say all the time, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. You've got to cut those down to give yourself an opportunity.
Now second and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up second and 4.
Motion.
Off the play fake. Nix. Now he'll tuck this and run. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down. I see you nodding your head up and down. It's a very heady decision at this stage of the game. Out of the pocket, nowhere to go. Just get rid of it.
That's a smart play because you're not worried about your completion percentage, and you're also not trying to force it into bad traffic as well. Throw the ball away, live to fight another down.
And he will have the Broncos first down, although it doesn't appear to be by much. He needed 4, and he got 4 on third down. Here's Nix. Finding Sutton. And this will be a first down as well, but the clock continues to move. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this fourth quarter. They'll look to throw again. That's taken in by Franklin. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. They come up now on second and 2. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Able to find Mims. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Complete to Bryant. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. They'll come up now on second down.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up second and 4.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. all focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
Back to throw again. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Now the Broncos will use their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. So it all rests now on the right leg of Will Lutz. This will be from 53 for the win. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. So they hadn't called on him at all until this point, but he comes through here and buries one from long range.
Yeah, that's awfully impressive because usually kickers like to get that first one out of their system in the first quarter, sort of get them into the flow of the game, but to come in this late and knock it down from long distance, give him a lot of credit.
And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line of the end zone. So this ball will come out to the 30 now. This is 1st and 10. One last shot now for Prescott. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. This ball intercepted. And the Broncos are going to hang on the final play. They get the turnover to seal this football game. That was an excellent come-from-behind victory, Charles, especially there in the fourth quarter. Both offense and defense were clicking. They're going to feel good about this one.
Boy, are they ever, because the deficit they faced certainly wasn't small. They obviously did not give up on that one, and in the end, how about that come-from-behind victory? They'll cherish this one for a while.
So that's a wrap. For Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. The Broncos are winners as we say so long from Denver.
Woo!